as it can be just for a tribal language program. So clarifying rules, taking hurdles away from tribes and schools so that they can focus on things, that's one thing that we're doing. In the West, BART is working with MOUs with tribes as well as pueblos. They just completed one with Isleta, I think that's Santa Clara, where they're bringing tribal elders, language, they bring it into the classroom, we provide the opportunity for that. Division of Performance and Accountability, they work to integrate our language into our school improvement tool, so that now we're looking also at language. Again, you inspect what you feel is important. And so if tribes think it's important, if we think it's important, then we should put a place on it within the process that we have. BIE funded Navajo Nation $1.5 million to develop its Navajo content standards, as well as now they're beginning the pilot program of their assessments, and that'll be a part of their alternative definition of AYP. BIE funds immersion programs like Rock, like a lot of different schools in Minnesota also, so we fund these programs. Our colleges, Sippy and Haskell, both have programs at their level. We are starting an early childhood pilot program that is part of this initiative, the secretarial order, where we're providing an opportunity for tribes to develop their own early childhood program. Not take what we have a FACE program and say, you must use this, but we have money to give to tribes and say, look, if you think language is important, then give us a proposal that shows that and incorporates that. You know what's best for your people, not us. We're also restarting our research office of BIE, because we all know there's just too little research when it comes to Indian education as a whole. These are the things that we're doing now. And I think the secretarial order allows us to move forward, and we're really excited because Secretary Jewell, the day of the President's visit in Standing Rock, I drove in, got out, went into the casino, because that's where everyone stayed. It wasn't because we just showed up at the casino. And Secretary Jewell was there, and she said, join me for breakfast. And to listen to the Secretary, and I'm sure you've had the same discussions with Secretary Duncan, they care about this issue. They care about Indian education. She told me a story about how she just met these students minutes before. What can we do, Monty? What can we do to make a difference? First thing I said is we don't need another program. We need to do better at what we have out there. And of course we need money. Right? So, but we have a real opportunity right now. I think that's something that all of us share, is that we have an administration that cares and is trying to find a way to help us achieve what we think the tribes and what they have told us they want. And so when we talk about sovereignty, and I know a minute, so I'll wrap up here. When we talk about sovereignty, let me give you an example of how, as we move forward, that matters. We talk about Head Start. They have an immersion program, but when they leave Head Start, they go across the street to a program that has no language program. And then they're there for 2-3 grades, and then they go across and they pick it up again. Maybe now it's only 30 minutes a day. Then they go to a high school for 2 years that has a program. Then they go to another high school that doesn't have a program. If a tribe takes control of their education, if a tribe directs that education, they can have the thread of language throughout their entire system. And I think that's what we mean when we talk about we need to empower tribes, build their capacity to help that thread of language to be through K-12, pre-K-12, and beyond. And so when we talk about self-determination and sovereignty as a strategy moving forward, that's what we mean by it. How can we help the tribe to address these? Because if we don't address them, we're going to be meeting here at the 35th Annual Native American Language Summit, and all we'll have to do is just reread what we had the year before, and the year before, and the year before. So we need to think differently. The solutions are out there, and I think right now this collaboration here is helping us ask the right questions. We don't have the answers yet, but it's about time we ask the right questions, and I think that's what we're doing here. And I just want to say thank you, and it's an honor to be here, and I look forward to a very productive day.
All right.